Check it out, Bum Shadows here with another live stream at your usual Tuesday night to light spot, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I guess before getting kicking it off rather. Last night I did kind of a what's it called, just random live stream, and it was just more me venting and stuff, and just I don't know. I think I was just in a bad mood. So me personally, I don't like streams like that. I want to be like positive and not be so confrontational or defensive or whatever. I was just in a bad mood, and I just had enough of certain people, and it was just one of those days. So I think hey, what's up, Fladio? I think today it'll be a lot more calm, and I just want to yeah, keep it pro wrestling professional. So with that being said, I think those types of streams are not going to happen again. I think it's just going to be more the scheduled times that I have, and that's it. So instead of airing my grievances to just, whatever. For me, I just don't like it. I just would rather do something interesting and positive and possibly fun. So that's the direction we're going. But I will say that I'm going to show you the bum tonight. We're going a different direction. There's been a lot of grapplers and gimmicks, which is great. I love that company. There's been a lot of those openings. I did a Hardy Boys from Wrestle Something Wrestlers, but we're going back to Zombieland. Hakushi. One of my favorite wrestlers, actually, growing up. I thought this guy was really cool. I like the entrance robe and everything, and just the whole presentation of him. And let me see. Hey, just be chill. Hey, I haven't watched modern wrestling in 17 weeks, just old school. Yeah, just be chill. Yeah, I don't blame you. Actually, just real quick, I'll just finish on this. This is going to be the Bumboxing night. So just saying that from Zombie Sailor. So I'm very interested in opening this figure. And the last one I did from that series was Mr. Hughes. And I actually like this figure, so. Now, as far as modern wrestling goes, yes, I am starting to get very, annoyed, I guess, with it, because it's just, I don't know, it just seems like everything that gets hyped, that's supposed to be a big deal, like last night's Raw. Oh, Jericho's coming back, or someone else is coming back, and then it just ends up being like an episode of Monday Night Raw. So I'm just tired of that stuff. So I'm a little exhausted on that. Like last night's Raw was like, I don't know, man. Like hype. Stranger Things crossover, and it was just like there wasn't really that much Stranger Things. I mean, the entrance was cool. I liked the vines on the gates and everything, and the entranceway looked really cool. But I don't remember there being like a strong Stranger Things crossover, which I guess in a way could be a blessing, because you never know. They could have brought out Stranger Thing monsters start wrestling people, and it could be goofy. Alright. I recommend to skip modern wrestling. Yeah. Sadly. Yeah, I know, man. That's why I made the mistake of, there we go, watching Raw last night. Oof, that was rough. Yeah, it sucked. For the nice, I just got my New Year's care package from Zombie. 7 figs. Oh, wow. I think you've already unboxed. Yeah, bumboxed. Yeah, I mostly have. Fladio, what's been going on in your life lately? Oh, that's Just Be Chill, talking to Fladio. That's cool. Let's be honest, everyone's love for wrestling officially died in 2025, says Just Be Chill. And I think so. I've said it many times before, but I'll just reiterate because it's topical. I started watching again in 2024, and then this last year, just a consistent downfall. And that Raw last night not look like a good sign for things to come. So not an encouraging episode of Raw. And I've been trying to keep up with it, and it's a hard product to watch now. It's like sort of like it used to be before all this, like pre-pandemic and pandemic era, where it was just like I can't watch this. That's why they are weird. They took the belt to Dupree for Lynch for some reason. Yeah, I noticed that. That was a very short reign. From what I've heard, I guess it was to be Becky Lynch and AJ Lee at WrestleMania, and for some reason, I guess that needs the title in it. For some reason, I guess I thought the match could stand on its own personally. So, humble choice in my opinion of WWE 2026 is does that match really need a title? I just don't think so. I think Becky Lynch versus AJ match would sell itself. I mean, I don't know. Hey. I mean, just be chill. I mean, kind of getting extremely bored with my life, to be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a conversation with Elle and Chill. I think they were catching up. I work from home, so it can make you lonely. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to butt into these convos. Destiny. Hey, Sister Shadows, what up? How are you? I mean, how are you? Is that a Freudian slip? Well, to the first question, always. And for the second one, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. That could make sense then. They don't want Lee taking the belt from another face. Yeah. There you go, El. Alright, just be chill. I gotta be honest. I don't see a future star in wrestling when all the top guys in wrestling retire. Javon doesn't cut it. Braun is just tad bit green, and Kyle Fletcher just isn't worth the hype. It's tough. Yeah, it's tough looking at the landscape, and I really want to believe in Braun. I really, the maybe bias because of the whole Steiner pedigree and whatever, and he does remind me of like I think a little more Scott actually than Rick, but still, I mean, if he can pull it together a little bit, I think he'll be one. I think Joe Robbins needs some seasoning. He's very athletic, but like I think he could also use to like put on a little size to him, just a little bit. He is very very thin, and that's okay. I know nowadays wrestling it's different. I just think it would be better for him overall to carry a little more to him. Maybe Braun. I don't get Kyle Fletcher myself, but people like him. Maybe MJF. Yeah. And it's sad because I don't know actually how old that dude is. I know when he started he was young, but what was that, 6 years ago now? I'm trying to think. But I know wrestling can wrestle late into the game, but I just feel like MJF though he's starting to waste some of his best years. I think when that whole like hype was there, he should have signed with WWE, but then he came back with a calf tattoo or leg or tattoo or whatever the hell it was, with like bet on yourself or whatever. So it's like that probably would have been the time, but I think he still has time to go there. And that would be the move. I don't know why he's wasting time in AEW. And I mean, yeah, I think he got the belt recently or something, but whatever. Gunther is too old, and honestly, I don't like him myself. Yeah, Flavio. I was thinking that watched that interview thing with him and AJ Styles, and he just came off like not like a cool heel, just like like a roll your eyes kind of heel, like this again. Okay, maybe tap out like a little bitch. Like, how many times are we gonna hear this or definitions of it? And he's not like cool. He's like a foreign heel. That part, I guess, works, but it doesn't. Like, I don't know. Like, good heels, you kind of almost like them, but you choose to boo because you know they're at the end of the day they're gonna do bad. But this guy, I don't like him at all. I don't know. I just, again, pushing people like Gunther getting pushed to the throat. Who's the other talentless piece? Oh, Damian Priest. Those two guys, Gunther and Damian Priest being put. Damian Priest, a former world champion. Let that sink in. Holy crap. That guy sucks. I'm sorry. No offense to the person, the wrestler. You know, I could never do it myself, but if I'm looking and critiquing, like, damn, like I said before, the charisma of like a cinder block. It's very unfortunate. Only guy I believe in to truly be wrestling's next big star still, and that's MJF. Damien doesn't have the mic skills still, sadly. Tough profession. Yeah, no, says I definitely agree. I just think it's, I don't know. He could have a spot on the card, but I think they try to put him like make him too much, too high. I believe high in him. Like, there was no reason for that guy to have the world title at all. I mean, there was no reason for that at all. I mean, like, I know obviously they're trying to push him, but that's what I'm saying. When push comes to shove, you're force feeding people. Like, yeah, there's so many other better wrestlers than him that it's sad to see that he's taking airtime from them. Imagine if Tom Brady failed at football because he couldn't perform on the mic or didn't have a gimmick. Sad because to me Brady is a heel. Sorry about him. Yeah, no, I get it. He would be a heel. Obviously, being a homer, I appreciate what he did. Definitely. But yeah, I could see when you're on the other side. Like, well, he played the couple seasons on the Bucks, and I was like totally against it, but at the same time, him winning that Super Bowl pretty much stung with Tampa. So yeah, that part was a, because he still had time left, and we could have used, because Drake May didn't come along for a bit. Just be chill, Austin Theory. Man, from the moment I saw him in NXT, I knew he didn't have it. Man, to this day, I still know what Vince saw in that kid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no, and it's an accomplishment for him, but it can be said about a lot of wrestlers. He has like a good physique. You know, he's a all right. He's a good-looking guy. If I'm not into thing, but I can say that. So I can see, but then again, it's another charisma issue. You know what I mean? Like, some people just have it and some don't. And it seems like WWE forgot how to like gauge that. And they'll just like either go on a gut feeling or something stupid instead of listening to the people like they should. Look at that whole Killer Cross incident. That was crazy. Bloody hell. And I've heard Brady as a football commentator, he still doesn't have the mic skills. No, yeah. As a commentator, yeah, I do not appreciate his effort. I'd rather him not. He's very hard to listen to. I can definitely agree to that. Loved him as a QB, being a Patriots fan, but commentator, he could do without that. Weird, because obviously Brady was a better QB. Vince gets blinded by physique, I think. Austin the part, but that's really isn't. That's it, really, isn't it? Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. He has the physique, he has the face, right? You know what I mean? That if he had even half the charisma some of the top guys have, he might be okay. But he just doesn't have it. Even they did that hood thing. It's like, okay, they revealed it. I was like, whoa, a big deal. Then he came out with the PP pants, ring gear. It was a square P on the front of his pants. Unbelievable. I noticed they switched to the like shorts or trunks or whatever. Thank God. For his sake. Okay. Yeah, by physique. Fly the Patriots okay this year without Tom Brady and Bill. Yeah. Seems like we got something here. So I'm not saying game. I'm not saying like the AFC is still going to be a chore. But I still think they can at least make the Super Bowl. Hopefully, win it. That's hopefully. I mean, obviously, I'm hoping they make it and win it. But AFC is not exactly a cakewalk. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'd only had a few on. We were a lucky fan base in the football area, obviously, because like we had Brady all the way. What was it, 2019 maybe? Went through like the Cam year, and then some Mac Jones stuff and all that. But we did end up on Drake May and maybe a 5-year drought. I'm not saying we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, but I mean a 5-year drought of being like considered a contender for the Super Bowl. Speaking of charisma, imagine if Barry Sanders have one to succeed at football. Needed to have one to succeed at football. Look at all we'd miss. Pro wrestling is tough. Yeah. Speaking of charisma. Yeah. No, I know. I kind of look at it like, that's why I think managers should be a thing again, because they could do so much for like a wrestler. Like even Damian Priest, if he just stood there and tried to look intimidating while a manager kind of runs the opponent down and builds up Damian, then you maybe got something. Same with Gunther. I mean, you can't all fall on Paul Heyman. He's like the only manager, and look how good he does. So there should be more managers. I know it's very 80s, 90s, but you remember back in the day, Jimmy Hart, Bobby Heenan, Slick, name them all, Captain Lou. There's so many managers. Like, there's really just Paul Heyman now. And don't get me wrong, Paul Heyman's effing awesome, but one person. He can't manage everybody that talks or has no charisma. Just be chill. It's such a shame we never got to see Kenny Omega and WWE. Truly wrestling's missed opportunities. And man, I get it. If the brutal schedules of New Japan had taken a toll on him and he didn't want to go to a more WWE schedule. Yeah. Because at that time, there was still, I believe when AEW is coming around, like WWE might have offered him a contract, or it's between the two, I believe. And that, again, sort of like timing, I think that would have been the time. Because at least he would have, got maybe a year, maybe 2 in the WWE before he really like broke down, or whatever time frame he broke down at AEW. But the schedule being heavier would have been a shorter time. There's a lot of matches on the table. I'm sure him and AJ Styles would have been a match. That one just obviously pops off the top of my head. I think that would be the good match right there. And there's so many other ones. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just, I guess. But then again, think about it. If he went to WWE, would he just be a guy? Would they actually bury him? Would they just, because he came from somewhere else, would they say like, F this guy. We're gonna like bury him. You know what I mean? And they've done that before. So you never know with WWE. Maybe he had a sense that he was just going to be mid card at best, which is totally possible. So, I mean, wrestling ability, experience, whatever, it doesn't matter sometimes with WWE. They're just, if they don't like you, it's almost like they'll sign you to bury you. And that was in the Vince days, but I think the tradition lives on with Triple H. He seems to hold a grudge. No Chiefs, which is great. Yeah, I saw. Oh man, what were they? 6-11. Holy crap! Yeah, and they got like a pick in the top 10, I think, of the draft. No, I didn't think they'd fall off this bad. But yeah, this year, unless it's a speed bump year and they figure it out. But yeah, this year was atrocious for them. And I'm not like losing any sleep over it. And I'm sure a lot of people aren't. If you're in the Kansas City area, you might root for the Chiefs. But, you know, now I'm sure not so much. Maybe I'm wrong. The Super Bowl or possibly all the hits. Took running, broke Cam. Oh, Cam, wow. Where he didn't go after. Where he didn't go after the fumble against Broncos. I do remember that. No, I was like foolishly like excited for Cam Newton to come, and I knew like his arm had been like deteriorating, but like after Brady, so we really didn't have an answer. So I knew the dude could still run, and I knew he was like a beast. And I'm like, if they can come up with like a short passing game, I think, or maybe even some dink and dunk, not dink and dink, but some dink dunk. That they, and along with the run being supported by the run, I think I thought rather that it might have worked, but obviously the results are the results. And it's kind of winding it down. You know, he had all those years with the Panthers. They got close one year. Then he acted a fool and just broke down like a little baby on the sidelines. That wasn't a good look. Fools for Life. Are you getting an action figure? Have you made? Hopefully it seems that way. Waddy over at Channel, he's got the Maniac Riot Wrestling. They got a figure of BBA, Bone Breaking Action. Waddy, but his character of Damian Riot, and myself. So I'm slotted third. So just kind of working on that. I know that Waddy's hard at work. You know, definitely getting that BBA figure ready and the Dame Riot, and you know, I'm sure down the line, you know, and whomever else. Like when I talk to somebody, I might throw Waddy an email, like maybe this will be, or a message, maybe this could be a cool thing, or maybe this would be a good guy. So I know that he's actively looking and seeing also how to expand the line. So great question, thank you. So, short answer, short, yes. Let's be chill. It's not going to happen, and I'd want him in 2026 WWE. I prefer him in 2022 when Roman desperately needed a new and exciting challenger. Yeah. Fools for Life. Are you a wrestler? Nope. I am not. I huge fan. I mean, like, I probably have way too much wrestling knowledge in my brain, which eliminates space that should have been taken up by maybe more. I don't know how to see. It took up my brain, so there's a lot in there, a lot of wrestling knowledge. So, am I a wrestler? No, I don't. I would never pretend to be one. Actually, Al and I were talking earlier of what a tough profession it is, and I can only imagine what I mean. But I love it. I'm a fan of it. More the old school than the current day, but like I don't know. I'm just a fan. I'm a big fan of it, and feel like I've accumulated the knowledge to make a YouTube channel about it because I don't like talking about things I'm not like really like invested in, or especially like on a platform like Livestream. So that's why I feel confident enough with wrestling knowledge, and also knowledge of the wrestling figures thing. I know a little sports. I know a little. I think I can carry a pretty good, conversation. Now I'm not going to sit here and then tell you about like politics, because I don't know crap about that, and I'm not interested in it. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm very interested in wrestling. It's very much a topic I love talking about. I can strafe that a little bit, but yeah, pro wrestling's my favorite, probably my favorite thing to talk about. So, but yeah, it's a good idea sending him back to 2022 if you could, and time machine. Just be chill. So that's bad because the oh, I don't even. I've seen that word before, but I'm gonna make a fool of myself. Thing could have had hauled his run if he went there in 2022. I think we're still talking about Omega, right? Going there in 2022, what it was, or MJF. I lost track because I was going between sports and then talking about the wrestling figures. Omega or MJF or both. Um, Once the Chiefs got eliminated, I wanted them to win to get a worse draft pick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously. Just be chill. The WWE offered him a contract 3 times. Of course, they were gonna push him to the moon, the effing moon. Just be chill. Yeah, I think at that time, yeah, I think at that time they would have. That would have been interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Would he go right for Roman though? I almost think like maybe it's just a fan in me that like I don't know if AJ was heel or face at that time, but I would like to, for the first part, if he came in, have a first feud with AJ Styles. I think that would be. AJ could still go, still can now, but back then, of course, and I think that would have been a good lift of him into a feud with Roman. I think right off the bat, it would. Well, it might have worked, but I think taking a little time with the pre-feud, kind of getting the audience, the WWE audience, more informed and like interested in Omega, because there's a huge fan base that knew him, knows him, but some of the WWE fan base is very WWE. So people outside that need a chance to like get to know them. Getting to know you. Interesting, he's on 3 times due to the work schedule. Now, Cam wears funny hats and even funnier football opinions. Yeah, he was hating on Drake May, saying some stuff. I don't know. He's crazy. I think he still thinks he can play. Like, I don't know. I mean, good for him. I'm sure in his younger days, like that confidence is what brought him to the dance. But now his body isn't cooperating with the confidence or the brain with this, yeah, the silly hats and all that crap and football opinions. Sure, just for you. I have a theory here. Haven't we seen this before with Brady first? Then Mahomes, it's almost like history is being rewritten before our eyes and we don't realize it. Just be chill. Yeah. So you're thinking they're going to rebuild and come back and Mahomes will get some more rings. I could see that happening. Yeah, with Brady, we did have a quote drought for a little bit in the, what's it called? After the mid 2000s rings, I think. I'm trying to think when the next one was. But I think maybe what you're trying to say is like the Chiefs will rebuild. I mean, they get a draft pick. I don't know how much what's his face Kelsey has in the bank. In the tank, in the bank. Well, I don't know what he has in the bank either. I think is he still with? I'm down with I'm not down with the new what's it called? Hollywood Gossip, but is he still with Taylor Swift? His bank's fine. But the tank, I don't know, he's getting the tank. Okay, for the NFL picking another young QB to ride for popularity, backed up by ref ball and sports gambling. Drake May from New England or Bo Nix for Denver. Oh. Or could we have our next Manning, Brady, Nixon, May? If that's history repeating itself. Oh, he said Mahomes got too many calls. Fly the yeah, they did get some. Come on now. Definitely. We could have had a whole series of 8, 12 different, right, for each season and holiday. Yeah, I was just on AI taking that first image and I was like, all right, make it this. And I was just like, this is funny because I even just like to have them as, what's it called, just shots to put like as the cover of a video or a post. But yeah, I did that. I not expecting anything. Like that would be fun. It would be fun. And maybe like not everyone, but maybe there would be a certain one or ones that work. But yeah, I did every holiday pretty much. I even did a New Year's one, which is silly. It's fun though, man, and I can't wait, to work more with Waddy in the figure and see how that goes. And when I get the BBA and the Damien Riot in hand, I'm not even an LJN guy, but that's going to be my collection. It's just MR figs for the LJN style. So look forward to it. What's the story behind her name, Fools for Life? Wow, actually, no one's ever asked it. Well, I have to take you way back to the late 90s when Bum was up in the teenage years and playing. What the hell game was it? No, it wasn't No Mercy. It was WCW NWO Revenge. How could I forget? And me and my friends, with the 4 control setup, we'd play like battle royals or whatever, and whoever won, you got to like choose a character to your faction. So as much as I love that game, I totally sucked at it. So out of mercy, one of my friends like won a battle royal and gave me Bret Hart. And I was like Purple Heat, my team was, but I named everyone or tried to name people's names with like bum. It was just a word I always found funny. So the documentary Wrestling with Shadows came out around that time, and it was Bret Hart, so I called him Bum Shadow. So it actually comes from a video, Nintendo 64 video game in the late 90s, between friends, got the Bret Hart character, Wrestling with Shadows came out. And that's why my channel's Wrestling with Bum Shadows. It's a tribute to the Hitman. Because without that, I don't know. I'd just be maybe bum 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 bum. I don't know. Love the questions, fools. Not you're a fool, but that's your name. Fools for life. Okay, yo. Where are we watching old school wrestling now? The various vaults on YouTube. I don't think all the old WWEF and territories from Peacock have shown up on Netflix in the US, right? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I think so far it looks like the vault. And what scared me is it's cool that they put up like the whole show, but now I've noticed they're taking matches off of pay-per-views. And I'm like, are they trying this, man? So instead of that, you got to watch like a playlist of the videos to get the whole pay-per-view, or you don't get some matches. I don't like that at all. I don't know. So hopefully Netflix just gets the library because I mean, if the vault is just doing matches off of random pay-per-views, yikes. No, thank you. I am all set. Said, I love discovering random old wrestling stuff on Peacock. Don't know what to do now, Fly the L. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to watch it on just YouTube stuff. Fell asleep with old AEW stuff on HBO Max. Okay, that's where they're at now. That's cool, man. If they would have pushed Orange to the moon, they could have called it Apollo 18. Orange Cassidy. Yeah, what a character, man. I think Cam's jealous, maybe. Yeah, of course. He even was giving Mac Jones when he came in. He was giving him crap about being fat, which he was for a football player, out of shape. But you know, he wasn't like a fat ass. I mean, who cares though? If he can play, he can play. I don't, But Cam was obsessed with him being chubby or whatever. Called him mac and cheese or something. So he's already trying to be a dink. And then Mac Jones beat him for it. So that's where his skill level was. Dang, I missed that. I could have referenced Austin Theory with reference. Just for children, random shower thought. Could Gunther be a mega heel in the 80s and 70s? Yeah, you might be onto something. And see, that's why I think people like Cornette, who I love, and others have said he's an old school wrestler. Yeah, that might be true, but we're in 2026, so cool. He's a guy from the past, but it doesn't work now. The product's totally different. Yeah, you think you're on there, chill. Maybe not even 80s. I think 70s he would have been big. I think because he is, he's good. He's big enough. He's tall enough. But he's too basic. But back in those, rolling around, or a power bomb would have blew the roof off the place. I don't even know if the power bomb was invented yet. It probably was. Oh, I think someone invented that was famous. I gotta look into that again. But anywho, yeah, power tore the house down. So yeah, he would have been a big draw in the 70s, maybe early 80s, but not when Vince took over and made the sports entertainment. I don't think, and that's what they say, he's not a sport entertainer. So they say all the reasons why no one gives a crap about him is because he doesn't fit in. He doesn't fit. If you put a time machine back to him, chills to either the 80s or the 70s, you might have something, but it's 2026. I don't get this. He's an old wrestler where everyone else wrestles different and at a different pace. He slows things boringly and applies old moves. It's oh, what the hell? Okay. Really, for ref ball, they should have let Purdy win the Super Bowl. Yeah. That would have made a great story. That last pick overall to the Super Bowl champion. Yep, but ref ball, like you said. What do you mean? Flavia. Okay, they're having a conversation. I dig the seal bums. Hey, I'm for it, man. I'm just saying, I don't know. It would be great if that was a thing. So I just rewatched the Bros vs. FTR double dog collar match, and that it might very well be the greatest tag team match of all time. So just be chill. I'm not gonna. I haven't seen it. I'd have to watch it because I'm not gonna say it isn't. I haven't seen it, so what do I know? Maybe I watch it and it's it is. Maybe I just feel it's the greatest match ever. So I'm not putting that out off the table. That could be true. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Let me see. Brisket FTR double dog collar match. All right, I will take a look at it. In fairness, Wrestling with Shadows was the documentary filming Daryl Screwjob, right? Yeah, it was a documentary. It was 1998, and it came out. And the timeline kind of makes sense because that's when Revenge, WCW Revenge was the game, and yeah, just happenstance. It was just I got I think if I recall, I got, oh, it was whoever. All right, hold back. Now this makes sense. So whatever character the person was, and they won the battle royal, that's who you got to keep on your team. So one of my friends won with Bret Hart, and was gracious enough to give him to me because I love that game. I could beat like the computer, but my friends are all like gamers and they kick my ass, and it was just like a lot of times I just end up watching them play, and then I'd be at home just playing with myself. I set myself for that one. But yeah, they're all like good gamers for the most part, and I was like novice. I wasn't like, but compared to these guys, it's just we're just better video game people. I tried to use my knowledge of wrestling and bring people down with like submissions and work on the knee and the leg, but Arn Anderson style didn't work. Just be chill. Think so. Let me check one more time. Oh. Netflix. Might resub Netflix, then Netflix plus VPN. Yeah. Amazing that folks in the US have it worse for WE. I got to sub to 10 different streaming services. I know, it's like crazy, man. Strange Comic Wrestling. Hello. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Man, I really have thought provoking questions says just be chill. Okay, what do you got? Man, but Gunther's ring gear to a new fan who never watched wrestling, does it look pretty ridiculous? It does look pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on Gunther. I'm just not sold on him. I haven't seen anything enough to, I think, justify his position and hiring Cena, but that was not my call. Sounds like YouTube is my friend going forward for wrestling. Just be chill. Fun and enjoy it. Will blow your mind away. Oh, the match. Okay. Yep. I even get Briscoe's FTR double dog college. See? It's in there. Holy crap, I didn't open the effing figure. Oh, good. All right. Not an hour yet. So, back to Hakushi. There he is. I didn't coin this phrase, but he was called the modern kamikaze. I didn't name him. I'm just saying. So, we got this Heels and Faces green card. The green's really nice. You got your lineup coming, including Bob Holly. I really want to see that one. Chris Candido. Oh, Franchise and Francine also. And actually, there's a lot of good characters on there. So I won't go those, but I will open Hakushi. So we're gonna dig on Anna. Pups, P-U-P-S off card. Oh. All right, so it's on there for a good amount. It's not super glue-esque like some of the Hastils, but it's on there. And it's a pretty thickness on the card, and I already showed. So we'll put this aside for Chris Dryer's next pickup, and bam, there he is. All the glory. He's coming out. Oh, baby. And there he is. Give you that look-see right there, baby. He's got all that writing like he did. It's on his face like it should be. On his arms. Is it exactly accurate? I don't know the language stuff. And it would be painstaking to really look all this. Imagine if it just says like funny things like, you are an asshole. But anyway, he's got his white pants. He's got even those little toe-toes. Little toe-toes. Oh, look at your like bunny feet or something. But yeah, he's got those on his toe-toes. Let's do the little... All right. Holy crap, the head is nice and tight, babe. Arm, very good. Other arm, very good. Waist, good. Everything is tight. Okay, let's put his little arms in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And then he's got two fingies doing something fresh maybe. But there's two fingies. I don't know what he's up to. Something sneaky, it looks like. And then he's got these fingies all taped up and ready to go. Now, the all-important question when it comes to Zombie is the arms. The arms are notorious for being too long. And although I'm not saying that isn't the case with this one, it just doesn't bother me on this one. So if it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me. What can I say? It might bother others. If you measure the arm to the leg, I'm sure it's longer. Maybe it's the stance kind of helps. The legs are widened so and the arms are a little more out. So maybe that's the way to go if he really wants to make the arms like that. Like his pose is a lot better. So boom, there it is, Hakushi. All the glory. I don't know if you saw his little belt crotch, just putting it there. We got to look at the bum, and it is a nice bum on the fig. So, what do I say about Hakushi? All right, this one's really good. I like this one. Oh, the two that I've opened from the series aren't too shabby. I mean, I've opened Mr. Hughes. I've opened Hakushi. And like I said, yes, arms are on the longest side, but these past two, it just doesn't really, I don't care. Like, it still looks good. So, goodbye Zombie on that. I think this one's really awesome. I've always wanted a Hakushi figure, and now I have one. Very good. I think he's still got it available over on Zombie, but it might be at its full price. If you look for a sale, sometimes they drop on sale. Although this one was sold out for a little bit. I don't know what the case is now. Or check out eBay or, see and get a dealy poo. You gotta, it's a cold world out there. Gotta get warm. So there is Hakushi, baby. Oh, there's the bottom of the toots. It almost looks like a Ninja Turtle foot. Then you got a holy poo if you want to put them on both feet. If you want to put them on one of those fancy stands. I don't do that. I'm too lazy. Bam. So that is that. What do we got here? Okay. Whoa, baby. Oops. Okay. With Zombie, I forget that some figs in series have more or fewer points of articulation. Yeah, that's true. I love the Raven figure, but it's definitely like... Actually, I didn't check the wrists. No, the wrists don't move on Hakushi. Oh, the foot does. What? Okay. I did not know that. That's funny. Look at this. Oh, my feet. Oh, something seriously wrong. That's pretty cool. So the Tootsies move. You got moving Tootsies. Let me see. Like my Zombie Dino Bravo, actually, but it only has 3 or 4 points of articulation. I love that Bravo figure. That's another one. That was from his first series. I like that one. That was a good figure. I even like the Earl Hebner. Like, he was smaller than the other guys. He should be. His body was a little ducted, but... Okay. Okay, if you want a match that made people believe Gunther Walter was a true star, then watch his matches against Sheamus, entire Ciampa, or Pete Dunne, or Tyler Bate. It seems like you haven't watched. No, I've seen those. I saw the 3-way thing that they WrestleMania or whatever. And yeah, I thought that was like his type of match. You know, no, I've seen those matches and I still don't see what the deal is about them. I'm sorry, Chill, but I've seen what you're talking about, and I just, maybe it seems like I haven't watched because I disagree with you, but that's okay. I don't I never for once thought of him, whether his name is Walter or Billy or Bobby Joe or whatever the hell, Gunther. I never really found him to be like a big attraction or that great of a wrestler. Just in my opinion. I mean, he's very boring and like he has really not a lot of presence. I mean, he's a former like doughboy. You know, he got in like better shape, I guess. So cool, that's good for him. But I mean, no. Agree to disagree. I don't care. If you like him, you like him. That's great. Those matches are, and hence you don't know why people think so. No, I don't care. Are those from NXT or European British NXT? Those arms don't look too bad, actually. Joe says both. Do you like WWE Gunther? Gunther used a different name then, right? They're all on YouTube. Yeah, Walter, like you said. Can't remember if all on NXT left Peacock as well. I'll just say on YouTube. You're interested. Like The Rock with the tattoos and all, but never thought about buying Hakushi. Or is he called? Yeah. Yeah, he's got like his real. Oh, it's still on there. His real name. And it's going to be backwards. And. All right, I will attempt to say it. Jinsei Shinzaki? I hope. If I butchered that, I'm very sorry to anyone of descent that I insulted with that pronunciation. I did try. Website says 16 points of articulation for Raven. Wow, fly the hell. I know, that figure was just different, and I love it. I love that figure. I know it wasn't like a traditional retro, but I don't care. It's great. But I think a big part of not liking Gunther is that everyone seems to like him, including Jim Cornette podcast. I really enjoy just sick of everyone pushing him at me. Yeah, I think maybe the era that I grew up watching has just spoiled me, and maybe for today's day and age, like, he's a badass or he's a great wrestler or whatever, but I just, it's old man syndrome. I just don't see it with him. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't think he's as bad as, like, the Damian Priest situation. Let me say that. I'll take that off the table. But he's not that good either. I just don't. Okay. He's old school. Again. Okay. Well, if it was 1978, then maybe, like, he'd be like, oh my God, what an innovator. But he's using moves from like 1978. Like, his finisher is a sleeper. I mean, and everyone's like, he could get a sleeper over. No, it's just, he doesn't, what else? What is he, how? All right, maybe he is getting over. I just don't agree. Like, doesn't get over with me. Does not get over with me. I mean, I grew up watching like great submissions like the Sharpshooter or even the crossface chicken wing from Bob Backlund. You know what I mean? The $1 Million Dream had a little bit to it. Camel Clutch. But he just rolls around, lock the legs around the guy's abdomen to cut off the air supply. He just leaves his legs like floating around like little fish. He doesn't even do it good. He has a sleeper as a finisher and he doesn't even apply it properly. It's kind of rough. But, hey. Man, I saw a meme of Gunther being called Gooner, and I can't take it off my mind. Awesome. That was chill that said that. Maybe I'll enjoy him more as Gooner. I know. Bum makes his fist at the clouds and says, Gooner, get off my lawn. We all like what we like. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Gooner, get off my lawn. Oh, Waddy. Hey, what's up, Waddy? I feel like tapping out to the sleeper is mainly dumb, but I'm not sure I can blame Cena's tap on Gunner or even Gunner's tap out to Uso earlier. Definitely don't mind some old school wrestling. Really get sick of the flippy gymnastics and cooperation of modern and everyone kicking out of everything. Yeah, that part is annoying. Well, yes, I don't think Gunther now. He's all kind of rubbish, jobberish. Now he had kind of like his shit back to back years in both 24 and 25, and he can hope he can bounce back in 26, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Says Chill. They don't sell like they should. Wrestler takes a pile driver, a flaming table comeback. Makes no sense. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, Waddy? Modern wrestling, says Fly the L, is all about getting your spots in. No wrestling psychology or story anymore. It's all Royal Rumble wrestling. Cornette broke modern wrestling for me. Now I notice all these things. Yeah, says Fly the L. He definitely put AEW into perspective for me because I remember being like, when it started, I watched it and I was like, this is too bad. And even at that time, I even said like the early times of AEW that it was better than WWE. And there was a time where AEW was better than WWE. But then just something like through the maybe year one, I was a fan. And then like year two, I just started noticing things and like being kind of annoyed but not knowing why. And then I tuned into the Cornette thing and he kind of cleared it for me. I was like, what is the story? Why are these guys fighting? What is going on here? That guy can get up from this. He takes 14 finishes. It's like, what is going on? And that's what happened. The only good quality wrestling you can find nowadays is in CMLL or New Japan. That's it. Says Chill. It helps that I was a kid when I really loved wrestling, so probably wouldn't have noticed it anyways. But I think old wrestling did do things much, much better. They try to keep kayfabe. Yeah, exactly. I like that. I don't like this like, let's look behind the scenes and break kayfabe. You know, Jim Cornette called Kenny Omega Kenny Olivier and called him Twinkle Toes and McFingerman. I love Cornette. That's great. What was it? He calls Orange Cassidy Potts. That was pretty funny. Yeah, Corny has a way with words and nicknames. So I think he's against Omega in AEW more than Omega on other territories. Yeah, because AEW is largely the shits at wrestling, storytelling, booking, psychology, etc. Says L. So more AEW broke Omega than Omega is. That could definitely be true. That could definitely be true. Like I said, I was on board like in AEW in the beginning. And I think at least like what's it called from 2019, is that when it started, to like maybe, to be generous, 2021, I thought it was better than WWE. Then actually Roman started becoming heel, I think, and then at the same time sort of like AEW is like, to me at least, on the decline. And I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, it just started being like, yeah, no storytelling, no like reason for people, just run ins and just, like I said, the 14 finisher out. It's just, well, what's a finisher? You have to do it 28 times. I mean, um, e.g., L says, e.g., everyone seems to think Fletcher is up and coming, but they just had that joke wrestler Speedball really beat him. Like, what the fuck? Why? It makes no sense. I can't believe I used to like Sasha Banks because Mercedes Moné has been bad in AEW. Yes, says Flavio. stupid like belts or whatever. She had like all those titles or whatever. Like it was just it just seems like a case of ego. Like I think Mercedes Moné is really who she is. Like maybe Sasha Banks maybe was a slightly toned down version, but this Mercedes, and she's got creative control. What is she, Hogan? Like that's crazy. Maybe Banks was bad in WWE. Oh yeah, I was just sort of talking about that. I'm telling you, man, y'all need to start watching CMLL and New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I know I've already said this, but gosh, the wrestling G is so good there. Says chill. All right, I'm not opposed to checking it out. I mean, I watched New Japan, like I think I've said before, but it was like mid 2010s to 2010s and somewhere just say 2016 to like 2018. It was like a couple year period where I was like tuning in. And then that was like the last time I think I had like cable. And then I switched to apps and I stopped watching it, I think. Something like that. Luckily and weirdly, More just dropped a belt on their Wednesday or Saturday. Says L. I think I'd watch New Japan, but not sure about CMLL, but could give it a try. Where do you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL YouTube? Asks Flydale. Yeah, that's actually a question I was thinking. Like, if I can find it, to test the memory, I still gotta watch the Briscoes versus AR in a double dog collar match. See? Not too shabby. Oh, we are a little past the hour mark, and you know me, I might turn a pumpkin. So, with that being said, I had a great conversation tonight. Everything was cool. Got some talk on some different subjects, some current wrestling talk. Talks about Gunther and different promotions, AEW, CMLL. What was the other one? New Japan. Talked a lot of different promotions. It's always good. I have a match to check out. And yeah, so I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, L, Chill, Waddy. You know, anybody that stops by. You know, my sister. Buddy, really. There was a dude like something like Fools for Life. He had some good questions. They had some good questions. So appreciate you guys. Only 3 more hours to go. Oh man, who's winning a little playoffs this weekend? Well, I'll just the game that I'm obvious on is Patriots going over the Chargers, and I think if they can't do that, then there's a problem. That's what I'll say about that. I did follow your sister on Twitch as I watch some streamers there frequently. Oh, thanks, El. Yeah, actually, good reminder. If you like tattooing and video gaming, check out my Sister Shadows. She's at Raven Oracle Twitch. So Raven Oracle, go check her out. She does tattoos, like I said, and gaming. If you're into those things, I mean, she's great at both. So check her out. Though I don't know her game, she plays a lot Overwatch something. She did. She did. I don't know if that's her game now, though. Not up to speed with that. Like, I appreciate her interest and passion for, but my video game knowledge kind of ended at like maybe PlayStation 2, I think, era, and then I kind of maybe it was just me. Things were, I think, too complicated for me. Oh crap. Apex Legends. Don't know that either. I think that's PvP. Player versus player. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna call it a night. Check you guys out on Friday coming up for the Friday stream. We'll have another Bumboxing. I'll just review tonight's was Hakushi. And I said, good to go. I would get this one. This is a good zombie right here, baby. So, as I said, was Mr. Hughes. And they're in the same series. So I just have Ahmed and Todd Pettengill. And I think I said this before, but I'm going to get the Hastel Ahmed and Bumbox both of them side by side. So we'll have the Hastel Ahmed, we'll have the Zombie Ahmed, compare, see what's better, see what people prefer, see what I prefer, of course. And that should be a fun time. So I'll be checking out his site to see when he puts up the Ahmed and million other things dudes get going. So check out the news, check out my page. I try to post things like the news or anything that I see. I try to post any deals that I see because like, you know, I just want to help people. Like, you know, if I see a deal and, you know, and it's not for me, but I'm like, well, you know, I could pass this on, you know, maybe like with the Regal and Bobby Eaton figures, the WCW ones, there's a good deal for the original San Francisco toy makers, the quote unquote LGN style. There was a 2-pack of them that I remember wicked rare, and like it was like 60 something on there. So when I see stuff like that, I'll screenshot it and post it. You know, any new releases, anything. You know, I like to try to keep people up to date on stuff if they want to check it out. You know, I try to put it all there for them. So check it out. What? Wednesday night is the highest traffic night. Oh. Hmm. I've been entertaining maybe doing a late stream or late on the East Coast just to see if there's other like viewers in different time zones that I'm maybe ignoring. Maybe that, like something like a mid stream. Don't quote me. I'm just getting ideas here. Would be kind of interesting. Um, I know my buddy Waddy and usually BBA or sometimes Fly the L himself do a Wednesday night one. So it'd be something either before or perhaps after that. I could see that happening. That could be cool. Oh man. All right. No, I do get a I do get a call tonight. I see little flashing batteries. I spy a flashing battery looking at me. So, love the conversation. Check me out on Friday at night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, maybe down the road, maybe I like a later one because I stay up pretty late. So, maybe that's something people want to see. I don't know. Maybe it works better with the Eastern time. So I bid y'all adieu and a good night. And I mean, like I kind of say, no, I always say in other words, keep bumming.